Hola, everybody. It's Shauna from Retire Boldly, and I'm back. I'm better. I had the flu last week, so I sincerely apologize to everybody who looked for our video and couldn't find it. It's because I didn't make one because I was in bed all weekend, and yeah, it was not great. But thank you so much to Diane from Europatch. She gave me a shout out on their live feed to let people know that I hadn't just dropped off the face of the earth. But anyway, we're going to start back over from scratch on the channel now that we have pivoted and we're going to be moving to Mexico instead of France. And now we are going to start over and do all of the financial analysis and the legalities and all the ins and outs and how to move the dogs, all that information that we have covered in all those videos before for France. We're going to start doing it for Mexico. And Eric is out in the garage. Chrissy is back at her apartment right now. It's a gorgeous night. So, yeah, I wish you could see how pretty it is here in Southeast Alaska on a sunny day. It's supposed to start snowing tomorrow. So, we're going to enjoy it while we can. But I, a few times, did a cost analysis using a spreadsheet that I had designed that automatically imports the currency conversion for whatever currency you're looking to convert to. And in this case, it would be pesos. And I'm just going to do just based on an average person's income. This is not my income. It's just, I'm going to put some average numbers in there to see kind of about how much a person could hopefully make in a month and whether or not that would allow you to live in Ajijic. It is a more expensive part of Mexico. It's a heavily expat community. So, it's going to be a little bit more expensive for dining out, things like that. But that is where we want to be. So, and please stay tuned on the channel because I will be going to Ajijic next month, and hopefully you will all follow along and we will discover the amazing beauty of Ajijic together. All right, let's get right to it. Okay, so let's start with an income, and this is for a person who is a digital nomad, which is what I will hope to be. And I want to be very conservative on these prices to really get down to the nitty gritty to see if we could afford it. I'm just going to put in, if somebody was making as a digital nomad, we're going to use $50,000 a year as a potential income. And then we're going to do income too. And this might be a person, maybe the second spouse, maybe they have Social Security, maybe they have a side job, maybe they're also a digital nomad. But let's just say we're going to use this one as a monthly. Let's say that they're bringing potentially another very conservative $1,500 a month. And then other income, again, this might be something like Social Security. And let's just, again, being very conservative here and use $2,000 a month. And then many people do have investments. This could be either investments, could also be something like if you did not sell your home and you have a home in the United States still, and maybe you're getting rental income from that. So we're going to put in $1,500 for that. So that comes out to a very conservative $9,166 a month and 67 cents. All right. So that's what we're working with. That is our potential income for this hypothetical couple that is moving to Mexico. All right. So we're going to start looking at costs. Now, the first cost, of course, is mortgage and or rent. Now, our plan is to potentially go to Mexico for all of next winter, renting, and then look at homes while we're there. And then in the next fall, we would be moving there and maybe selling the house we live here now, but maybe not. Because of the price differentials, it may not be imperative for us to sell this house. We may be able to rent this house and use it as a second income. So I'm just going to look. I looked up the averages for rents and mortgages, things like that. Came out to about 26,000. Now, remember, the green side, Mexican peso. The blue side on this one, that is in US dollars. So it's doing this calculation automatically. So you can see in pesos, 26,000 a month would be $1,515 in US. So hope everybody has that clear. All right, loan insurance, and of course, this is only if you're getting a loan to buy the house. And I base this on a $200,000 mortgage, thinking either somebody might buy a small house or they may be getting a partial mortgage, maybe paying, maybe $100 to $200,000 down, depending on whether they sold a house. And of course, these are only in the event that you are getting a mortgage and buying a house. So this is just sort of out in hypothetical land. But loan insurance came out to about 1,200 in peso, and that's not very much. And the home insurance came out to, and these are the averages that I found. Property tax, again, holy cow, not, I wish it was that much in Alaska. Garbage. And this is in there from when I was doing France, but I looked up, like, what does it cost for sanitation and garbage for the month? And the average was 150. Yeah, it was crazy cheap. Electricity. And I started to use, like, what is it if you've got like a luxury home? What is it if you've got like 10 air conditioners? I mean, I was like really looking for the high end of prices. Water, and this was just having, oops, sorry, it was 25. Sorry, it came out to 25. It was just water delivery or having to buy, and it was an average between water delivery or having to buy a filtration system and all the upkeep for that. Gas, and this is for gas stoves, things like that, potentially gas heating for fireplaces, private health care. Now, it has been recommended to us that we get a catastrophic healthcare plan for Mexico, and then we just pay out of pocket for healthcare needs. And after looking at prices, that looks like it is probably very doable. $524 a month US is about $1,500 less than I would have to pay here in Alaska. Furnishings and fun. Now, fun fact, Guadalajara, they have one of the coolest furniture meccas in the whole world, and a lot of people go there to buy furniture. So I'm excited at the prospect of potentially buying fun stuff for a house, new furniture, art pieces, things like that, really bringing in lots of local artisans. Internet and phone, again, very affordable. And this is for, very high-speed broadband. So, not slow Wi-Fi by any means. I have not heard anybody say that they've got bad internet there. Mobile phone plan for the month, a local one, or we may just end up keeping our local one. The one that we currently have is Verizon, and we have international plans. So it allows me to go Mexico or US, Europe, US, whatever I need. So we'll see. I haven't really thought that far down the road yet. But that was for a plan for getting a mobile phone service in Mexico. And I put a housekeeper on here. Again, I was looking up luxury level stuff just to see. And the cost for a housekeeper is about $2,000 a month, which is $116 US. And I mean, that is obviously a luxury, which we may not afford. We may not get it, but I just thought it would be fun to put it on there. A maintenance fund, and this is also for things like landscaper. If you have a larger yard, you might want to bring in somebody to do the landscaping for you. And that came out to about 4,000 euro per month, 233 US. Transportation, and this is maybe gas. You might have maybe a loan, car loan. Maybe you're using primarily public transportation. Maybe you're using taxi cabs. I just ballparked that. Very, very affordable. And groceries. This one, I went for the high side because, I buy groceries here in Alaska. $6.99 a month is about half of what we pay here in Alaska. Just to give you an idea, like we were looking at couple of T-bone steaks and it was like $70. It was ridiculous. It was so insanely expensive to buy a couple of steaks. So this is what we have come up with, and this is based on the averages that I found online, looking up rentals, looking up mortgage, looking up all these averages on different websites, and it came out to, on a monthly basis, 67,275 pesos, which is 3,921 US dollars to live very, very well in Ajijic. And that includes everything. I didn't put dog food on here. I guess I could add that. But let's go back up here and a comparison for this couple, this hypothetical couple, and their income. $9,166. Those people could very, very much afford living in Ajijic. Just for fun, let's drop this to 0. So if this person just had a couple of minor income streams, $5,000 a month is still going to pay for everything on a mild luxury budget for Ajijic, Mexico. Can you see the wheels spinning in my head right now? Like, it's very hard not to think, why not just drop everything and go? It's really, really hard looking at those numbers. So, yeah, lots of thinking to do after looking at these numbers in a spreadsheet. Yeah, well, we're going to continue sharing information and continue to take you along on our journey as we start to look at all the ins and outs of moving to Ajijic, Mexico. I hope we've picked up some new people who are looking to move to Mexico as well. We have lots of people that stuck with us even after we pivoted from France. So I hope we get a lot more people who are interested in Mexico as well. So that's it for me this week. Yeah, lots to think about after taking a look at those numbers. And I hope maybe it's given you a lot to think about. If you would like me to do this cost analysis for any other countries compared to US dollar, just let me know down in the comments. And I would be happy to do that for you. Not a problem. And from Eric, who's out in the garage, Chrissy, who's probably enjoying a gorgeous walk out in the sunshine with her dog Louie, and for me, Shauna, we are Alaska and beyond. Adios.